Hello and welcome to another episode of Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, this time featuring Chauzu.
Hello.
So, you want to say something about yourself? Small introduction?
Yeah, sure. I'm in a One Piece Treasure Cruise player for a bit over 800 days now, and I usually started just to try it out, have fun. I like One Piece. But eventually I got pretty invested and I kind of fell in love with team building, and now I just make teams most of the time. That's what I enjoy with the game.
Okay, and now that you have acquired some knowledge over those 800 days, you're here to test your OPTC skills and see how far you can go in this quiz. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the first question. What is the commonly used short name for One Piece Treasure Cruise? Is it ONE? Is it OPT? Is it OPTC? Or is it COPT?
Blue OPTC.
You're going with blue OPTC. Okay, we're logging that in. And well, we're at the first question, and the first question got answered correctly. So OPTC is what we usually call the game.
Indeed.
On to question number 2. What was the original purpose of tandems or tandem orbs during battles? Was it to give extra stats, to unlock a secret dialogue, to use secret special attacks, or to duplicate drops?
Yeah, I didn't experience the tandem era since I'm pretty new, but I do feel pretty confident anyway, like I've looked it up a bit. And I feel confident enough to not have to use a lifeline, so I lock it in on blue, use secret special attacks.
Okay, not using a joke on the second question, and blue again it is. Okay, that is locked in. And yeah, I actually found an old video of me farming Evolvers with the penguin tandem mechanic.
Yeah.
And indeed, they give a special attack, a secret one. It was quite fun back in the days, but sadly they had to remove it.
Luckily I watched the in-game tutorial of tandem, otherwise I'd probably not had an idea about this.
On to question number 3. What animal is not a ship? Is it the snail, the crab, the koi, or the whale?
Okay. Yeah. To think a bit here, like I know that koi is a ship, I know that like whale. Yeah, whale should be a ship, right? Yeah, like the fighter ship. It's just snail and crab left, so I just need to think, can I imagine a ship that is snail or crab? These are the kind of questions I was a bit afraid of, like it feels like it's really easy, but when I've not thought about something before, it's like my head freezes a bit, so let's just see what ship could be a crab. I'm probably overthinking this. And what ship will be a snail? I actually think I'll ask a friend for this.
Okay, asking a friend for this.
Maybe the first one to ask this early, but I don't want to stumble on a question like this.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna clear the snail here.
Yeah.
And you can contact.
Yeah. I asked a fellow team builder friend, Antonin, and he told me that Germa ship is indeed a snail, so the right answer here is yellow crab.
Okay, yellow crab.
Okay,
so yeah, snail, gamma ship. You could buy, or you can buy that for 30 gems, or unlock it for 30 gems. The koi ship is, if I remember correctly, the same for quick and dim units, with the Komurasaki era when she dropped.
Comma ship.
Then we have the whale. You thought of the fighter ship. That is probably correct as well, though I think we could also say the hose ship be considered a whale. But
Maybe I could ask a friend because I had I couldn't imagine Germa as a snail myself. I just never thought about it that way, so I probably not got this myself.
yeah, crab is right anyway, so you got this one correct. Well done. To the next question that involves some stuff about a level mode that is called PvP or Pirate Festival or Rumble, however you want to call it. The question is, which of the following free-to-play treasure map units does not have a PvP skill set? Is it Christmas Garb? Is it Christmas Nami? Is it Halloween Hancock? Or is it Zorojuro?
I do play PvP a lot, despite not enjoying it that much. So, but I never really considered this, like logically. You'd think that every unit released after definitely does have a PvP skill set. So, like, Garp should definitely have one, Sorojuro should have one. So it's just Hancock and Nami. But I don't feel like I can guess here. Like, it will be a pure guess, so I think I do the skip here. Skip this question.
You want to change the question. Okay, let me just get this. The switch, and we switch out the questions. Okay. Okay. So the question has been swapped and we got another question rating 4. Question is, how many ink bottles do you need to get a level 1 ink effect? Is it 25? Is it 50? Is it 75? Or is it 100?
Okay. I right away know that it's two options here. It's either 50 or 100. I just need to think a little bit. I do feed these bottles frequently since I've hit the cap for small bottles.
The 999, right?
Yeah, I hit that every treasure map, so I have to use them. It's just that I have no interest in this mechanics. I don't really think about how much it is.
I mean, it's just a visual thing anyway. So.
It's a visual thing, like I have to think about because I do quite a few just to get rid of them, so it should be 50, isn't it? At the same time, I'm a bit unsure.
I've heard people going with the guts, and especially Papi on the last one did it a couple of times, and it went quite well for him.
Yeah. Like logically, when I feed, I have to do quite a few. Otherwise, I have to. Like if it was 100, I'd done 3 and I'd be done, but I have to do quite a few. So it should be 50, so yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but it's my best guess.
But you're 50% sure that it's 50?
I'm at least over 50% sure it's 50.
Okay. So we're logging in 50.
Yes.
I think Out of the big ones for level 2, I think it's 15 ink bottles that you need. But yeah, the small ones is you get lots of those in during treasure map, especially when you go a bit higher on navigation levels, which you do quite often. So you should have a lot, and to use them, you need 50 per unit. You were correct on that one.
Thank God.
Halfway done, we're at the first prize question here, the 5th question. If you answer this one correctly, you get a Discord Nitro for 1 month, and you can do with that whatever you want. Use it for yourself, give it away to someone else. But first you need to answer this question correctly. Which of the following items give the most XP to a unit? Is it the bronze homies, the bronze lobster, the bronze toy bear, or the shaved ice with fruit?
You know that bronze does not give much, like my
But they are
like
all on the
first
lowest
thought
level
here
range.
is like my first thought here is of course the shaved ice with fruit. Like I remember it giving decently, but it might also be like a higher level. Like there are several of those as well, I think. So
Yeah.
lowest might be pretty bad as well. So I think it's time to cut these in half so we can at least put 2 together and try and think about it that way.
Okay, so you want to use the Shiryu here.
Yeah, let's do
You
that.
got that right. Okay. Using the Shiryu, and Shiryu eliminates 2 wrong answers, which is shaved ice with fruit and the bronze toy bear.
I was actually hoping those 2 will be removed because I think I can make it through with this, because now we have homies and lobsters and they are at least normal experience items we have a lot of. I actually rarely use homies, but I'm pretty sure that homies give more base experience, at least at higher levels, and I presume it's the same at the lower level. So yeah, let's lock in the bronze homies.
We log in red and bronze homies. Okay, so you usually, at least for leveling up, I use the lobsters, although not the bronze ones, even though they stack at 9999 lobsters now, and I've been stuck with that for a long time, like lots of us are. But they just give 33?
Yeah, it's around
33K?
33. Yeah.
And the bronze homies go to 40, so that is indeed correct. So
It's
bronze homies correct. First prize question answered correctly. On to the next question. We're in the second half of the questions. First, very difficult question, or slightly more difficult question. All jokers used, but that doesn't mean anything, because now everything can happen. Next question, question number 6, involves a bit of treasure map. And in this case, it's about a treasure map unit. Treasure map Cavendish. For how much does treasure map Cavendish heal? Does he heal for 1224, for 1412, for 2214, or for 2412?
Okay. So I'm pretty sure it starts with the number 1. Then I presume that with most of these weird numbers, it involves Japanese pronunciation. And since I know Japanese, I should be able to figure it out, but It's not really my expertise. Like often I feel like those stuff are a bit of a long shot. Like I'm not really at the level to. I will say that 1224 looks less correct than 1412. So
I mean, we could go like sometimes they do some number stuff with special occasions.
yeah, exactly.
Like, for example, with Luth or with Enel, who has the 565 K damage, the treasure map one, because of his number. But sometimes we have stuff for Christmas. I think that's the only stuff where we have some special numbers sometimes.
Yeah, Brook does have some special numbers too.
With 4343, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if we move away from the Japanese language, like it could be dates as well. And since I'm not sure here, we could just guess a date as well. Like 2412 will also be Christmas.
Yes.
But was it really a 2? It might have been. I'm not used to this unit much. Yeah. Let's switch to green then. Let's do 2412.
So not a 1 at the start, you say? Because at the beginning you were quite certain on that one, the 1 at the start.
But yeah.
Now you...
Like, yeah.
You should...
Because, 2412 and 1224 are like reverse, so... Yeah, if you follow that logic, like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure for 1, and if we do Christmas, then red will be the correct one. Now I feel a little bit bad, because it feels like I'm getting a bit of help indirectly, but... Yeah. So, I guess we'll lock in red then, if you think about it. I'm pretty sure it starts with a 1, and... The date for Christmas makes sense at least, as opposed to 1412, which doesn't make any sense in my mind. So yeah,
you go with
final answer red.
1224. Okay. So yes, it was a Christmas themed Cavendish, Christmas treasure map Cavendish. So they implemented the little number game in there. And now's the question, is it 2412 or 1224? And I actually don't know any Japanese, so I can't really comprehend if there's any bonus insight on that one. But whatever it was correct. The 1 is at the beginning, red is correct.
I guess this taught me I should stay a bit more calm when I think it's easy to get a bit flustered, but yeah, that wasn't too hard in retrospect.
Okay, next up, the 7th question, rated 320 million berry. What does Kizuna Perospero and Treasure Map Perospero not have in common? Quite recent, those units, but still they have something not in common. Is it the classes? Is it the color? Is it the rarity? Or is it the support?
Interesting. Okay, so this is the free-to-play Kizuna Perospero. First of all, about the rare recruit, but I don't remember there's a free-to-play quick one. And the free-to-play quick one does have a ore blocking support for Cerebral, while the treasure map one has an ore blocking support for Strikers. So the support is pretty much the same. Color is the same. Then if we go to rarity, is the Kizuna Perospero really a 5-star?
I mean,
as per classes,
you said they both lock orbs, but for different classes. You said.
Yeah, that's true. Like for me personally, that's something in common. Their support basically is the same. But if we assume that everything else is the same, then of course we go back to support. That will be different. If we think classes like Cerebral and Striker, I'm pretty sure that the free-to-play Key Snapper Spear is not Cerebral, it should be Striker and Cerebral too. And I don't think we get 4-star anymore. So if we assume that all 4 are correct, then the only difference is that the support locks for different classes. So yeah, let's lock in green then.
Okay, you log in green, that is support. And okay, they are both quick units, and that is correct. So color is the same. Classes, you already established that one as well. Strike is Cerebral, even though, well, some could argue some classes are a bit weird, but it's Bandai we're talking about. Support is the orb block, one for Striker, one for Cerebral, and the rarity is 5 for both, which means the small difference in the support is the thing they don't have in common, even though they do the same thing, but they do it for different classes, which is a slight difference. So green is correct.
It's good to have a question where I feel decently knowledgeable at least.
On to question number 8, and this one has a prize again if you answer this one correctly. And it's following the path of the PvP mode again. This time, which of the following Luffys do not deal damage with their PvP special ability? Is it the free-to-play Super type Luffy? Is it the Fortnite Pizza Luffy? Is it the Raid Nightmare Luffy, or is it the Raid Tankman Luffy?
Wait, do not deal damage. Like the only one of these you ever faced, but it was a long time ago, surely was that Tankman Luffy. Does he do any damage? Like I know he had he had one of those specials where he locks himself into you. Did he really do any damage?
I mean the taunt. Like,
yeah, the taunt, the target thing in PvP. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, some people call it taunt. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm not really into the PvP terminology, but I understand the mechanic. But I can't. Those units usually don't do damage as well. I like it to think logically, like, I'm pretty sure the Super type Luffy, the free-to-play one, does damage. I'd assume that Nightmare Luffy does too. I can't even begin to guess with Pizza Luffy. So, I have no lifelines, so I have to guess, so I'll do the final answer here. Let's go with Tankman Luffy.
Tankman Luffy, you say? Okay, man, raids. It's been a while since those were a thing in OPTC. Now we have Arena. Well, yeah. Super type Luffy indeed deals damage on his special ability, like Luffy is going all out and doing lots of damage usually. Raid Nightmare Luffy, he deals damage too in that one.
50-50?
So the only question that remains is, does Pizza Luffy deal any damage or not? And I can assure you that Pizza Luffy deals damage, so Tankman Luffy is indeed correct. So 8 question correct as well.
That feels good.
And we're entering question 9. Question number 9. Wow, we made it to the second last question here. And this one, I'm gonna do something for this one soon, but you know what I mean. Which character is the 50/50 Joker sprite taken from? So I'm gonna remove the clear stamp there so you can have a look at it later then. So, is it unevolved Colo Shiryu, not color? Okay, there we go. Is it evolved Colo Shiryu, unevolved Colo Shiryu, evolved Rare Recruit Shiryu, or unevolved Rare Recruit Shiryu? And there you have a look at it.
Let's try and think. Rare Recruit, Colo. Rare Recruit is the one that can insta-death. And I'm going to assume this is that Shiryu, since... Yeah. You mentioned that you picked this Shiryu due to his potential to insta-death. So, if it's a homage to that Shiryu, let's assume it's for the Rare Recruit. So is this the evolved Rare Recruit or is this the unevolved Rare Recruit? And that feels like a toss-up to me. Not sure what to... Like, this is a 50/50 guess. Like, at this point, I'm trying to more think about how you'd think about picking the Shiryu than what it is. Will you pick the evolved one or the unevolved?
The Colosseum Shiryu has an instant defeat mechanic as well, but for a certain HP requirement.
Yeah, but he's not iconic. He wouldn't make sense in this perspective, I'm assuming. And I think it will be one that is actually used a lot for this effect. So, since I have no other reference to guess from, I'm going to guess it's the evolved Rare Recruit Shiryu.
You're going with blue?
Oh, yes.
The evolved Rare Recruit Shiryu. Okay, we're logging that in and we clear the Shiryu. Okay. So, looking at different sprites of all those Shiryus, one version, like difference between the Colosseum and the Rare Recruit, in one form he has his sword on his right side and in one he has it on the left side. And usually with the evolved artworks he has his sword in his hand.
Okay.
So it is not the evolved Colosseum Shiryu, I can tell you that, because he's holding the sword in his hand in that one. And the unevolved Rare Recruit Shiryu has it on the wrong side, which also kind of gives it away that the evolved Rare Recruit Shiryu also has it on the right side of the sword, which means this Shiryu is actually the unevolved Colosseum Shiryu and not the Rare Recruit.
I never guessed that, so that's fine with me.
It's a tough question, but we're at the 9th question anyway, so questions get a bit tougher here, and this one is 50/50 guess, I suppose. So kind of fits the question there. But hey, you made it to question number 9, which is amazing, and on the other side a bit funny looking at the previous contestants. But I hope you had fun with the quiz.
Yeah, I enjoy myself. I'm going to make sure to watch these in the future, they're very fun.
Okay, and to all you guys out there, next month, May, is Japanese anniversary, so it's gonna be special for OPTC, and it's gonna be a special episode of Who Wants to Be a Bellionaire, so keep your lookout for that. Check out Chauzu, his team guides, his team building is really good. He makes amazing teams, lots of them, with different captains and some old captains like Frankie version 1 recently as well. And I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description, so feel free to check that out. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, and we'll see each other in the next episode. Bye bye!